morning. It is Wednesday and it's day 3 of spring break. Are you having fun? I am. Like I told you, it's still sunny outside and I've been outside today and it's been so nice. And we were going to do movement all this week, but I started thinking, it's almost Easter. We need to do some Easter stuff. And I got to thinking, I bet some of you don't know how to make a confetti egg. And confetti eggs are the best. They're so much fun. So I'm going to show you how to do it. And if you want to, you can watch me do it. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you what you're going to need. You're going to need a toothpick. Look how fancy this toothpick is. That's a fancy one. You're going to need some tape. It can be any type of tape. It doesn't have to be the clear type. You're going to need an egg. Duh. You're going to need a bowl and a paper towel. And that's for part 1. Part 2 gets really exciting. So this is something that you're going to have to ask an adult about. I don't want you doing it by yourself because you remember how we talk about germs? Well, sometimes inside an egg there can be germs, and that's why we usually cook eggs. So you have to be careful with this. So if mama says you can do it by yourself, if y'all practice, you can. But if not, let mama do this part and don't fuss about it because sometimes it takes some practice. But the first thing that you're going to do, so I'm going to push this out a little bit so you can kind of see. Hold on, let me get back a little bit further. You can kind of see it. I'm going to, this is the hard part, I have to poke. Hold on, let me get a little knife too. Sometimes you have to start with a knife, and this is where you got to have mama or daddy do it. I poked a tiny, tiny hole. Now with my handy toothpick, I'm going to pick some of those shells out and make it a little bit bigger. So now I gave that egg a sunroof. He's like, nice. Now I have to do the same thing on the other side. Well, what's going to happen to that? Well, I'm going to put my finger over it. Then do the same thing. Ooh. Sometimes you have to be careful. It cracks pretty good. I probably should have not made my hole just yet. That was silly. Okay, so now I have an egg with a hole on the top and a hole on the bottom. Now this part is pretty crazy. Make sure you can see me here. I'm gonna blow it out. I'm gonna blow through here and it's gonna come out here. It's gonna look like the egg is throwing up its guts. Are you ready? Did I get it all out? I did. So look, I got it all out. There's my eggs. And I'm not gonna throw those away. I'm gonna scramble those up. And if nobody wants to eat them, I'll give them to my chickens. Because guess what? Chickens love scrambled eggs. It's their favorite. So now I have an empty egg. It's a little drippy. I'm gonna wipe it off, but have to be so careful because now that there's no guts inside, the yolk and the white, it's very fragile. And if you're not super careful, you can crush this. But look, you can see, hold on, let me get rid of this part. That's called the albumin. You can see that I can go straight through. There's my toothpick, you see it? I'm gonna clean that out a little bit. Ta-da, look. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Well, you might say, well, just, Miss Jen, what are you gonna do with that? That's just an egg with nothing in it. So far. Now, if I wanted to, I don't have all my Easter egg dye out yet because I just started cooking my eggs. I could even dye this shell, but I'd have to be super duper careful. This one's already kind of cool looking because it's brown. If you want to dye it, you can. Just make sure you really, really dry it out. So here comes the next part. I'm going to take a piece of tape and I'm going to tape over that hole. There we go. Just like that. So now, if I fill it up with something, it's not gonna come out the bottom. Now the cool thing about this is you can put all sorts of things in there. It's called a confetti egg. Now, confetti is just little tiny pieces of paper. And you could tear those pieces of paper. Like you'd have to tear them up pretty tiny to get into that tiny, tiny hole. And you'd have to tear a bunch of them, and you'd have to use your finger muscles. And then you would put them in that hole until it gets almost like halfway full. But I'm not gonna do that. You can do that if you want to, but you know Miss Jen loves to feed the creatures, all the creatures that are my friends. And I don't wanna make a big mess outside because I wanna crack this one outside. So guess what I'm gonna use? That's right, bird seed. And I ran out of bird seed, but I do have a bunch of sunflower seeds that everybody loves. Everybody loves sunflower seeds. So you might think, how in the world am I gonna get it in there? I don't wanna do it one by one by one. That would take forever, wouldn't it? So I'm gonna have to make a funnel. Do you know what a funnel is? A funnel is it's like a tube, a special tube. I'm gonna take a piece of paper and I'm gonna twirl it around and I'm gonna stick the bottom in here and I'm gonna put some seeds just like this. Oh, there we go. I'm getting it in there. Ah! I made a mess. Hold on. They're getting in there. Actually, these sunflower seeds are so chunky. I think I am gonna put them in by my hands because it seems just as easy. But if you have little tiny bird seed, like millet, or the stuff that you buy in the big bag that has the little tiny pieces, you might wanna make a little funnel. So, there's that part. And then what do we have to do? We have to tape the other side. So right up there, make sure it's dry. Make sure you got all the egg off, but be very careful, don't smush it. And then I'm gonna tape it over. Now this is the funny part. If I wanted to, I could put stickers all over the tape and like decorate it. And you could put it with your regular Easter eggs. And then if you wanted to play a trick on somebody, guess what? You could smash it on their head. It'd be kind of funny, wouldn't it? But you'd have to be careful. Don't do it to a little sister or a little brother because they think everything hurts, don't they? And you don't want to do it super hard because you barely have to touch this and it'll break. You want me to do it on my head? Let's go outside. Hold on. I'll go outside because when I do it, it's going to explode seeds everywhere. And I want my friends to be able to eat it. There's still snow out here. Can you believe it? It's crazy. Let me see if I can get the chickens to come over. Ah, beep, 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 beep. They're coming. Hold on. Ah, beep, 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 beep. Come here. Okay, here we go. The chickens don't even know that I'm playing a practical joke on myself. Ah, beep, 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 beep. Ah, beep, 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 beep. That's how I say, come here, chickens. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. Happy Easter! Ah! Seeds are everywhere. Come here, girls. Come here, girls. I said, what? Are you crazy? Did you just give us a bunch of sunflower seeds? Look down here. Roscoe's telling the girls, he says, what? Come and get these seeds. Roscoe's a very handsome man. And whenever he finds anything, he makes sure to call the girls over and says, look what I found. I found this stuff. He's very pleased. That's the chicken sound that says, I'm very pleased with myself. So if you make an egg, I still have seeds on me, and you're very pleased with yourself, you should make the pleased chicken sound, which goes. So I'm very pleased with myself that worked out so well. And everybody's enjoying it. The chickens say, Happy Easter, everybody. Since we're out here, should we sing a song? Let's sing our chicken song for the chickens. My old hen's a good old hen. She lays eggs for the railroad man. Sometimes one, sometimes two, sometimes enough for the whole darn crew. Cluck, old hen, cluck and squawk. Ain't laid an egg since late last fall. Cluck, old hen, cluck and squawk. Ain't laid an egg since late last fall. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Roscoe's like, Liddy, you so crazy. Okay, I'm moving. Come on. Remember I told you yesterday my chickens are shy chickens. Should we do one more thing before we leave today? And then tomorrow I have a special treat for y'all for our movement. We're going to do some really good moving. Let's do our Spanish song because you definitely have to do some moving for that, don't you? Let's see. We're going to put this over here. Zoop. Okay, are we ready? We're gonna start with our cabeza. Cabeza, hombros, rodillas, pies, rodillas, pies. Cabeza, hombros, rodillas, pies, rodillas, pies. Ojos, orejas, boca y nariz. Cabeza, hombros, rodillas, pies, rodillas, pies. Good job. It's kind of hard to see what I was pointing to. Point to your hombros. Good. Your shoulders. Point to your cabeza. That one's easy. That's your head. Point to your boca. That's your mouth. Point to your rodillas. That's your knees. This is my favorite one. Point to your pies. That's your toes. Point to your ojos. Good job. Point to your ears. What are they called? Do you remember what they're called in Spanish? Orejas. Can you say that? Orejas. Good job. Should we do it one more time? Here we go. I'll stand back a little bit. Cabeza, hombros, rodillas, pies, rodillas, pies. Cabeza, hombros, rodillas, pies, rodillas, pies. Ojos, orejas, boca y nariz. Cabeza, hombros, rodillas, pies, rodillas, pies. Good job. Well, this was a quick one today, and hopefully you're gonna be able to go make some cool egg designs and celebrate spring and Easter and all that's good with it, because it is a beautiful time right now. Let's sing our song, shall we? I love you, a bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck, and a hug around the neck. I love you, a bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck, and a hug around the neck. We love you.